In this video, you'll discover whether or not there's any benefits to a 48-hour water fast. Many people are familiar with a 7-day water fast, a 3-day water fast, but not so many people are familiar with a 48-hour water fast. In fact, many people I know would consider a 48-hour water fast to be a complete waste of time. So that's what we're going to break down in this video. Are you going to get some benefits from it? And then of course, I'll teach you at the end of this video how I would go about doing a 48-hour water fast if I were to do one. So stick around to the end, but before we get started, I'm Dr. Zyrowski and welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, it's a pleasure to have you here. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join our notification community, and I'm going to help you excel your health and your life. Now, I really like this topic of the 48-hour water fast because it's one that most people are not talking about, so we can put some practical thought behind it and really break down whether or not you should be doing one, okay? So 48-hour water fast. I want to talk about all the different benefits that you get from fasting and determine if you're going to get those from a 48-hour water fast, because when people fall into doing a water fast, they typically are in certain camps, like a 7-day water fast or bust, or a 3-day water fast is good, but the 7-day is dangerous. I mean, there's all these camps out there. I'm not a fan of being a part of different fasting camps. I'm a fan of doing what is right for your body because I work with people and I know that some things just aren't good for certain people. So the 48-hour water fast, autophagy, is this something that you're going to get the benefit of if you're only fasting for 48 hours? Absolutely. You're still going to get the benefit. And here's why. Because as you're fasting, there's a lot of research that shows that people who are very metabolically flexible, people who are healthy, they're able to get into the state of autophagy in just a short period of time. This is why even people who are doing one meal a day have the potential to get into the state of autophagy in just doing that OMAD. By doing that OMAD every single day, imagine hitting autophagy every single day. Highly beneficial. Well, the same thing goes if you're doing a 48-hour water fast. And what I'll do as we progress through this video is I'll teach you how to actually boost autophagy a little bit faster, which is important when doing the 48-hour fast. Now, ketone production, is this something you're going to get the benefit of? Well, of course. I mean, here's the deal, and here's what I found, is that people who are very metabolically flexible, they can be kicking out ketones within easily a 14, 16-hour period, right? People who are not as healthy, people who are not as metabolically flexible, they essentially are going to take a little bit longer. It can take them up to 30 hours before they start kicking out ketones because they got a lot of glycogen stores in their liver and their muscle tissue, and as a result, because they're just not as healthy of an individual, their body doesn't transfer from being a sugar burner to a fat burner as fast. And so it's not a big deal. The key point here is that you're still going to get the benefits of going and producing ketones and getting the benefit of the ketones and the fat burning while doing a 48-hour fast. Sure, you're not going to get the benefits of, a 3-day water fast because you're just not in that state of ketosis for as long a period of time, but you're still going to get the benefits of it. And of course, if you wanted to make sure that you were getting the benefits of ketones prior to this, just start following a ketogenic diet before going into the 48-hour water fast. Not only is it going to make the fast easier, but it kind of guarantees you that you're going to get that ketone production. So ketone production during this time, that's also a positive check. Now, weight loss. Are you going to get some huge transformation with weight loss? No. But are you still going to get some weight loss benefits? Sure. One of the things that's going to happen is that, first of all, you're putting yourself into a calorie deficit, okay? There's no arguing that you are going to, not lose weight during this time, because when you don't eat for 48 hours, essentially you're taking 2 days worth of calories and not consuming them. So therefore, you're going to put yourself into probably at minimum a 4,000 calorie deficit, okay? So when you put yourself into that deficit, you're going to lose weight, but you're also, getting into the state of ketosis, remember, turning into a fat burner, and then you're burning fat on your body. So you are going to get the benefits of weight loss. Are you going to have a dramatic weight loss story after this? No, absolutely not. But still, if you're doing a 48-hour water fast, it's not that long of a period of time. You can easily slip it in 1 week after another and get some great benefits. One of the things I hear about people doing is doing a 3-day water fast every single week. I'm not a fan of that. I think it's putting way too much stress on your body. And I think that if you do that for a long period of time, you could put yourself into a state where you're creating so much stress in your body, you eventually start creating problems for yourself. So we have to be careful with what we're doing here. And that's why I think that you have to have a why behind your fast. Like, why would you do a 7-day water fast? Well, maybe someone who's really trying to avoid cancer, they're not healthy. I mean, why would you do a 3-day water fast? And then of course, why would you do a 48-hour water fast? I think a 48-hour water fast is a great thing to do on a frequent basis and get some benefits that fasting has to offer without putting a lot of stress on your body. So I think it is is a really good method. Now, are you going to increase your metabolism? What the studies show is that you basically can increase your metabolism between 5 and 14% by doing a 48-hour water fast. And studies also show contrary data, basically saying that as you do a water fast and you're doing it for a longer period of time than that, you could actually start going downhill, as in you increase your metabolism, but then if you're going too long into a water fast, you can start decreasing your metabolism. So we have to make sure that we are aware of that, and you're going to definitely boost your metabolism in a 48-hour fast, and it's great because it's a quick, easy fast, and you're getting a lot of benefits, as you can see. Are you going to reduce inflammation? Absolutely. During this time, you're driving down a lot of those inflammatory markers, a lot of those different hormones in the body that are going to be the reason that inflammation is up, you're driving down. So you're going to reduce inflammation. So this is great for anybody who's just trying to do a quick health reset as they're going throughout their busy life. Now, you're also going to really change some hormones, okay? You're going to make yourself more insulin sensitive. You're going to make insulin be able to function properly, because as you're reducing inflammation and you're decreasing inflammation, blood sugar as well, essentially you're going to make that insulin function properly, be able to get that sugar into the cell. So as you come out of that fast, you are going to be more hormone sensitive, and your whole blood sugar mechanism is going to function at a much higher level. Maintain muscle. Now, this is one of the huge benefits of doing a 48-hour water fast. You're going to maintain your muscle mass, okay? As you're in that fasted state, you are going and eating fat, but also sparing muscle. And so as a result of these short-term fasts, they're really, really good for people who are just trying to lose some of the extra fat on their body, but maintain their strength. Next is going to be brain support. Is this going to help support your brain like a nice, good 3 or 7 day water fast does? Of course it will, because there's two reasons why. First of all, you're going to get the benefits of the ketone production. Those ketones are very healthy for your nervous system. They're very healthy for your brain, but you're also going to raise something called BDNF. This BDNF is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. As you raise this up, essentially you're going to help create new synapses in the brain and also help balance out your neurotransmitters. It's going to do a lot of good things for your cognitive abilities. And so make sure that you're using this in order to support your brain, because it works. And then digestive support. And this is something that's also beneficial, because as you go and do this 48-hour water fast, one of the things that will happen is that a lot of the bacterial overgrowth that you may have occurring will start to die down. The yeast, all the stuff that's like occurring within your gut that you don't want in there, it starts to die down. And the other benefit is that your digestive system is just working around the clock. I mean, people who are eating 3 meals a day and snacking and, just indulging at night, essentially their gastrointestinal system is digesting all day, all night long, and it never gets a break. When you do a 48-hour water fast, what's going to happen is you give your intestines a break, you decrease inflammation, you allow your gut to reset, you allow the pH in your stomach and your gut to reset. It's very powerful. And so people who go and slip in this 48-hour water fast, it's great because it doesn't put a lot of stress on your body, but it offers a lot of benefits. And I can't stress this enough, because a lot of people think that when you do a water fast of any sort, it's just a one-way road where you're increasing your health. Not necessarily, because people who have a lot of physiological stress and a lot of stress emotionally on their body, they essentially can actually have some negative results from doing a water fast, and they feel terrible and they're drained and they put their adrenals in a bad place. It can be really not too good for some people. So we have to make sure that we're doing fasting appropriately, and a 48-hour water fast is something that you can do more frequently, and it also is a fast that may be more appropriate for a lot of people out there versus a 3 or 7 day fast. Let's talk about how to induce autophagy a little bit faster, because when we're only working with 48 hours, we want to make sure that we're getting the most out of it. Now, coffee is one of those things that's going to help put you in a state of autophagy much quicker. This is why I like drinking coffee when I'm doing 16 and 8 intermittent fasting and when I'm doing the 1 meal a day, simply because what the research shows is as you decrease mTOR and you increase AMP kinase, essentially what happens is you put yourself into a state of autophagy faster, and coffee is one of those things that actually does that. Green tea is also good for helping promote getting you into that fasting state much quicker. So I'm a big fan of drinking green tea during this. And by the way, we're talking plain green tea. We're talking about just plain old black coffee during this time as well. Now, the reason I point this out is because if you've watched any of my other videos, when I talk about doing a 3 or 7 day water fast, I'm like, it's water and water only. But when talking about a 48-hour water fast, I'm okay with people going and using these different tactics in order to increase autophagy, increase getting into the state of the fasted state much quicker, because you're only working with those 48 hours, as I mentioned. Exercise is something I also typically don't like people to do on a 3 or 7 day water fast, but it is something that I don't mind if people are doing in just 48 hours, because what you're doing is, like I said, with all these tactics, is you're just getting yourself into that fasted state faster. So here's the deal. We don't want to be doing excessive cardio and we don't want to be doing excessive weightlifting. But what I'm okay with is mild cardio and mild weightlifting during this time. Hot and cold therapy. So if you're using like a dry sauna, this is powerful at this time. And then also even using some cold therapy in the way of taking a cold bath or even taking a cold shower during this time. And by the way, if you want to learn how to boost fasting, go ahead and check out this video I did over here. I do a complete breakdown on all the ways that you can speed up getting into the fasted state. Now, on our list next is going to be electrolytes. Electrolytes are also important during this time, as they always are with any type of water fast. Lots of potassium, lots of magnesium, and so add those in, and that's how you're going to get some good results. Be sure to share this video with your friends, and also check this video out over here. That's going to teach you about the 7 things you should never do when intermittent fasting. If you're not getting proper electrolytes or proper hydration, the whole fast is going to be a rocky road. I mean, 16 and 8 typically works very well for most people, regardless of the situation, but 1 meal a day is where you start putting too much stress on.